This is my second weekly update for the vlog, I guess, the vlog, video log, for my weekly update of my run. I'm expecting to do about 50 or 100 of these before I actually come out to the world. So as of right now, no one really knows I exist except for people who've met me and my running attributes. I'm doing this a day late, so I'm recording this on Monday, December 4th, 2017, because yesterday, actually the whole weekend, was mostly an emotional time for me. As I told you in last week's vlog, that it's been emotional. I'm going on 5 months now unemployment and just living off of savings, and I haven't got approved for unemployment yet, and I've been trying to get work. This past week I was in line to have one job, but to say yes to me, and they passed on me, and that happens. I get that, understandable. Anyway, so what I want to share today is, just when you think in your darkest hour that things aren't going to go your way, you got to just stop and sit. This is kind of what I did. So this weekend, I had people that I believed in, and I thought they believed in me, and it turns out they didn't. And they weren't who I thought they were. And I had some realizations of those happening this past weekend. Culmination of the past few months, but I had to put it to bed, basically. So I was able to run this morning, and I reminded myself that I need to do this vlog every week, because I made a promise that even if no one out there watches this video or these videos or any of these videos on my YouTube channel or my Instagram, Facebook, whatever I have this on, with Running Free with JH, that there's a record up there that I tried this, I did this, and I started like everybody else, and eventually one day I made it happen. In 2017, here, closing out the year so far in a few weeks, will I be there in 2024, 2028? I hope so, but as of right now, we don't know. So today I ran 4 miles, a tempo run, on the treadmill, because it's windy. It's very windy here in Vegas, right? So I had to run the whole thing. I started with 9.3 on the treadmill, miles per hour pace. And I always run with a 1.5 incline. Always run with that. Try to simulate running outside. Now, it was different between this Monday and the following Monday of last week, was because I finally broke past Thanksgiving Day, about 10 days ago Thanksgiving was, roughly. I finally broke under 26 minutes for a 4 mile. And now I'm on 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Today I ran 25 minutes, 29 seconds, just barely. I had a couple of milliseconds to hit the 29. So it would have been about 25-30 technically, in a way. It would have been, but it was just enough underneath the milliseconds to hit 29 seconds. And it feels great that now I'm about 30 seconds faster than I was when I hit my goal on Thanksgiving, which was having difficulty because I kept trying to push through and I couldn't make it through. And it's great. It's an awesome feeling. So what I did today was I started with 9.3 and I went quicker earlier. So after the first mile was done, I pushed the faster pace, basically. So I went 9.4 for the rest of the run. And I will tell you, the first mile wasn't so bad. It was mile 3 that was really challenging. Mile 4, it was so bad in my legs. Not because it was so painful that I was having problems, just it's tough to kind of do better. You're trying to keep pushing your limits. And that's what kept happening. And I kept pushing through it. I was very proud of myself that I actually held on and did it. I completed it. And at the end of it, I was keeled over, and I was like, wow, that hurt. But you know what? It's in these times that I start looking at myself and I start comparing what I was 3 months ago, a year ago. I remember after a motorcycle accident a few years back, I had to take 6 weeks off, and then I had a bone bruise in my foot, and I had to take more time off. So moving to Vegas in 2015, I was running a 9-minute mile pace, and that felt fast to me. So I've come a long way, and I've been trying to use that motivation to catalyst myself off and say, okay, you deal with this pain right now, but think about a month, 2, 3, 6 months from now, you're going to be so awesome. Just don't fall off. Just keep it going day after day. And that's what I've been doing, and that's how I focused this past week. I had a bad run on Thursday because I thought I was going to hit 9.4. I was like, this is going to be great. So I tried doing 9.4 on this past Thursday. Didn't work out so well. I got a mile and a half in. I'm like, oh my God, it's hard. I probably could have held on for another mile, maybe made it to 3 miles, but I knew I was pushing too hard and it was going to be bad. So you have to know your body, and I do know my body. I know when my body feels a certain way on a fast pace, that what's going to happen, how long I can hold that before it just, my body gives out. I understand that. So I backed off, took a look at everything, said, okay, look, this is where I'm at. This is what happened today. This is what I was trying to do. Didn't accomplish it. Did I fail? No. I just had to take a step back and go, okay, let's attack this again. And the same thing, 9.4 in the beginning all the way through. And maybe about 2-3 weeks from now, we'll do the same workout and I'll be better because I'm going to hit it slowly. So that's why I backed off and I started with a 9.3 today. That's kind of what happened. Anyway, so this past week has been emotional, yes. Running has been very good. I mean, if you look at my running logs that I've been posting, they are incredible if you think about it. I mean, going from a person who was overweight and not being able to do any of these splits that I'm doing now, it goes to show you that anybody can do this. I'm always amazed on how I've been living in Vegas for just over 2 years, 2.5 years, coming up 3 years here. And you know when you go to the gym and you see people there and they see you, you kind of see faces. And then as months go on, people are familiar. You kind of say, I know that person, but you don't really talk to them, but you know they're there. And you guys have maybe had eyes locked every once in a while. You might go, hey, what's up? That's about it. But you don't know anything about them. So I've compared myself to them a little bit on seeing their progress. And some of them are still overweight 2 years in. Some of them are still running these slow paces or doing whatever. And that's fine. They do what they want to do. But I've noticed that I'm there to push forward. And I'm on the running bug of time. Am I scared? Yes. I am scared in my mind that this won't work. Not because my thought process is definitely outside the box thinking. The whole process of what I'm trying to do or what I believe is possible, no one's ever done it. I've looked online, I've talked to people, I've read books. No one's ever achieved what I've attempted to do, especially the way I'm attempting to do it. And biggest reason, when people start going faster, what is the first thing you think? Okay, we have to do some sprints. We have to do some Indian sprints, some intervals, some mile repeats, whatever it is, right? Those sprints, those things that keep you going faster. That's the idea. I don't believe that's going to actually work for what I'm trying to do. Your body will adjust. This is one thing that I feel, and what I've read and what I've seen works a little bit differently. Your body will adjust. Do you ever notice if you do the same thing every day, but eventually it's very easy as time goes on? If you walk to work every day and it's a mile, in the beginning it's a mile, but then before you know it, that mile is so piece of cake. And if you ran that mile, it gets easier and easier. It's the same pace. It doesn't get harder, whatever. It's not harder, it's easy. This is used to it because your body adjusts. It gets used to it because your body likes efficiency, and your body will figure out a way to be efficient at that pace for that distance. So this is why I'm doing 2 tempo runs a week, 1 long run a week, and then the rest of them are easy recovery days. And I have a day off. That's all I'm doing, and that's all I will be doing in the head. One thing you don't know about me, and because I'm going to share it now, is I ran a marathon back in 2008. I ran the San Antonio Marathon with a pace of 6:25. If it wasn't for mile 19, me having to go to the bathroom, I had to go, I would have broken roughly around the 2:40 mark for my first marathon. Considering a year before that, I never ran more than 10 miles in my life at one shot. Because because I thought this is something I wanted to do. I wanted to try. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to get out of this way. That's something I wanted to do. Now, I already lost weight years before that to get rid of to be under 200 pounds, 150 and everything. But this is something I started falling in love with, and I want something to achieve for. I was going to college, and I need something to release, because they say I have ADD. Maybe it's true. But I have alphabetic energy, and I noticed that when I worked out, and it was a high intensity, I can't do it every day, obviously, but when it was high intensity, I'd be more calmer throughout the day. So I didn't know what I was doing, and it really wasn't that much Google back then. I remember using Yahoo a lot for my search engine. You know that whole Yahoo? Do you remember that commercials? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But that's kind of what I had when I was growing up. The Yahoo is what we used to use. I remember Ask Jeeves, and I remember, was it that dog? Go get it. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, what the heck is it? I don't remember what that dog's thing was. But there's a bunch of search engines out there. I think Google was around, but it wasn't as big as it is today. So I don't think I use it that much. But what I kept hearing about is speed, tempos runs. And I didn't really know how to do a mile repeat, 800s, 400s. I tried different things, didn't really work so well, but I thought to myself, what if I just run the same thing and just get faster, then just go faster, basically. That made no sense. What if I run the same 4, 5, 6 miles at a fast pace at a certain time, and then as the weeks go on, we just make that pace go increase? Very sorry. Very, very sorry. The power died on my phone. I had to charge it. Now it's charging, so that's why I'm in this weird, awkward position. I just want to finish what I was saying and get along with this whole update second week vlog, basically. So overall, the week was a good week. It was draining a little bit emotionally, which I bet went into my runs as well. So just remember, sometimes when you're stressed out or having things going on in your brain, that can affect your runs. It does. I mean, sometimes it affects my runs. Sometimes it's good. When you're racing, you're just pissed off, angry, you run good. Sometimes if you're sad or lonely, whatever, you can have bad runs. And that's happened to me as well. And one thing I find is interesting is, I don't know why I was born to be on this earth. I really don't. I'll be 35 here next month, and I don't have this thing where I'm like, that's what I want to do with my life. That's where I want to be. I don't have that. I've never had that. It's not a bad thing. I just never have had that. And I wish I did. I really did. I do wish that I knew what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, but I don't. The only thing that makes sense to me, only thing that really makes sense to me is running. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's weird. I understand. Like the first time I thought about running was in 5th grade when we had a track team do something good with the team. It was in middle school. So, they run a mile and a half, maybe if they're lucky. And if you win some titles and everything, no one's really caring that much because you're only middle schoolers. What are you in middle school? Like 11, 12, 13, something like that. And I was excited at that point when I saw some people do running, and I just had this idea in my mind that let's try that. And so for the next couple of years, I ran cross country. Was I good? No, I was not. We're talking about a mile and a half in 21, 25, 30 minutes. It never changed. I would always run, walk, and no one ever explained this to me. It wasn't until I did a few runs in the summer once, and I got better, and then I started running without stopping. Still wasn't fast, but I was able to see the benefits of running and everything, right? I could see how you can get better by not stopping and just keep doing it. I kind of wish I knew then what I know now about running, because I would have been a track star, I think, a running star in middle school and high school and college. I think I could have been awesome. Because what you know, what you don't know can hurt you, right? What you do know can hurt you, what you don't know can hurt you, vice versa, or however you take it. So that's kind of where the seed came in my brain of this running phenomenon. Now that I'm in my 30s, people don't think as much about it. I'm laughed at. I'll let you right now. Here in 2017, being a 30-year-old, almost 40, when you say you want to break world records and you've never done anything like that before in your life, people are going to be like, aren't you old? Aren't you too old to do this? Maybe I am. I don't know. But don't you want to sit there and figure out if they're wrong? So, I mean, I had a big thing with drinking a lot throughout my time in the military. Like, I've blocked out, yes. That's been there. Let's be honest. I blocked out. Never done drugs. Never done any of the drugs, cocaine, crack, all that stuff. Never done that. Never done pot or any of that stuff. But alcohol, I have drunk. And, I had, the mixed drinks, you're having shots, you're doing wine, whatever. And sometimes I wonder if that hindered me, because I was getting these fast paces. Well, not fast compared to these elites, but they're fast compared to people I knew. And I just didn't take it seriously. And now I'm in my 30s. They say you have a midlife crisis. So probably around 30, I probably had started having this midlife crisis in a way of like, what am I going to do in my life? Am I going to die at 80? Am I going to die at 100? Am I die at 130? Am I going to die at 50? Am I already past my life? And these questions start creeping into my mind. So I started thinking, what to do? And so even today, as of this moment, I have no idea what to do in my life. There's not a job out there that excites me to do. I can do a lot of different things, yes, definitely, but nothing that like I would love to do that. So coming back to this whole running thing, it feels like sometimes, even though no one I knew growing up, no one I was friends with, and even now, that run, that they say they run, and I talk with, understand the feelings I love about running. It makes me feel alive, and it feels like that's why I'm here. So in a way, maybe I was born to run. Maybe this is the calling that I have for this world. Not sure exactly if that's what I want to call it, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. And right now, we're only running about what? I'm averaging probably a 6:25 minute pace. So 6 minutes, 25 seconds per mile before miles. That's all I can do basically before my legs are dead. Considering 3 months ago it was 6:50, roughly per mile. So it's getting there. So in about a year from now, we'll see some interesting things take place if this keeps going the way I want it to go. It's gonna be awesome. So this is me telling you, I don't have the answers to life. I don't even know what I want to do with my life. I'm just trying something and seeing what happens. Worst case scenario, I told myself, if this doesn't work out the way I want to do it and I get injured or just doesn't, I peak out or something and I can never get past it, at least I tried. The worst thing I want to do 10 years from now or 20 years from now, when I probably can't run, like when you're 70 and 80, I don't think I'll be able to do these paces because your body gets older, I think at that point, I'll have regrets if I don't try it. I'm having regrets now because I didn't try it in my early 20s and early teens and stuff. I didn't do it then. So I'm having regrets now at this moment. And I don't want those regrets the rest of my life. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I started on this journey. I never thought about documenting the journey until in the past, 6 months or so. I kept hearing a lot with Gary Vee talking about it on his podcast, document over creation. Keep documenting it. Kind of like how he says that if you document something of your journey, people would like to watch that to prove that you were here and now you're over here, and that you didn't take any special magic pill, you didn't take drugs, you didn't do anything out of the ordinary. You just put the work in, time, had patience. I'm putting the work in, yes. I'm taking the time, but wow, I don't have patience. And this is the one thing about running I'm hoping to teach me about patience. Like I've understand that things take time and it's easy. So what I'm doing as a way to keep myself in check is to give my all during the workout. Give my all. And then when the workout's over, don't think about it till the next day. Just enjoy the day. And if it comes up in my mind, great. But I'm not going out there in the world and saying, are you a runner? Are you a runner? Are you a runner? No, you gotta do this, you do that. I think about those things, but I don't put it on to everybody else. Because I know not everybody wants to do what I want to do. I understand that. So these are my little random thoughts. Hopefully I'll dial it in a lot better. I tried to do on this channel teaching things like running tips. I'm not sure if they're doing any good. I have a lot of knowledge. I'm just having trouble. I need some guidance probably. So if anybody out there sees a video like this and wants to help me figure this whole guidance thing out and how to actually take all the stuff I know, maybe condense it better or put it in a chronological way or something that can be more beneficial to people out there, great. I'm not looking to make a lot of money. I'm not looking to make any money at the moment, really. I mean, being unemployed would be nice to have money, but at the end of the day, I told myself that this whole thing on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever I put this on, is more about me looking back. So 20, 30 years from now, I can look back at these videos and say, this is where I was at this point in my life. This is what my thoughts were. That's where I'm at right now. So thank you for your time. Follow me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's where I'm at right now. These 3-4 different platforms. Running Free with JH. That's me. And you can always email me at runningfreewithjh@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. If you have anything, leave the comments below. Email me. And this has been a great second vlog. Have a good day.